Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this broadcast. Thank you so much for your continued support always. I don't take it for granted. Fred Matiangi, Rigathi Gachagua, and all Jubilee political leaders are planning to meet this week actually. After I'd gone through this video clip, I asked myself these two questions. The first one, are this team going to make William Ruto one-term president? Then the second question, why are they forcing someone who has never come out in public and declared his interest? Because Matiangi, since he came back from United States of America and he landed in this country, he only appeared once at JKIA, and I analyzed that video. But a serious person always starts with at least some movement you see doing that and that. Even if you want to start building your house, you must start by buying some materials, cement, sand, and so on and so on. But when I go through this video, then I conclude by saying these people are paving for William Ruto a clear path to win 2027. Because how they are now grouping themselves and still in dilemma, by the time they will realize, it will be too late. It will be too late. Anyway, let's watch this video as Gachagua claiming they had met Fred Matiangi to form a new political party. Not that I'm discouraging them, but I'm just trying to weigh out based on our political observation in this country ahead of 2027.
President Rigathi Gachagua has revealed he met former Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiangi on Wednesday in the opposition's quest to unite and make Ruto a one-term president. It's in 2027. Now, Gachagua-Matiangi meeting came after opposition leaders Kalonzo Musyoka and Eugene Wamalwa welcomed Matiangi to the opposition camp. Kisii and Nyamira MPs allied to ODM and UDA parties are under pressure to join the Matiangi camp. Apollo Kamau now reports.
On a day, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua met leaders from Meru, led by former Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Mithika Linturi. The former second-in-command on Thursday revealed he met former Interior CS Fred Matiangi in the opposition's quest to unite and make President William Ruto a one-term president in 2027. Gachagua's revelation comes as fellow opposition leaders Kalonzo Musyoka and Eugene Wamalwa welcomed Matiangi in their 2027 face-off with Ruto, with the opposition confident that the return of Matiangi will strengthen the opposition.
We are very pleased that this week our brother Fred Matiangi will be joining us. And from next week, you are going to see a stronger opposition, a more focused opposition that is going to form the next government and make sure that Zakayo becomes a one-term president.
Matiangi is back in the country. Wow. Wale wengine wanakuja. Wale wengine wako, Reggie arudi nyuma. In fact, he's saying things I've never heard of. Jamaa kuna information ya ajabu.
Matiangi, who has been holding a series of consultative meetings with various leaders, spoke with ODM grassroots leaders from Kisii and Nyamira counties who defected to the Jubilee Party at the party headquarters.
We are joining the already moving train. Hakuna mtu ambaye saa hizi Kenya hii asikii sauti ya Matiangi. Ni kweli ama si kweli? Kweli. Na hawa ndugu zetu tumeona ni watu wakalimu sana. Mimi mwenyewe vile mjuavyo, mimi nimekuwa soja number 1 wa Raila Amolo Odinga. Lakini leo namuomba kwa heshima yule mzee ambaye tunamheshimu akuja aungane na sisi katika hii safari to support Matiangi.
Chama cha Jubilee is a national party And chama cha Jubilee has a national leader in the name of Fred Matiangi, who is our presidential candidate, ambaye anatakikana na Wakenya wote, sio watu kutoka eneo hili ama eneo lile lingine.
The return of Matiangi has piled pressure on UDA and ODM MPs from the Abagusi region, whose area residents want them to defect. ODM Kitutu Church's South MP Anthony Kibagendi met Matiangi on Thursday in Nairobi in one of the ongoing consultative meetings ahead of next week, when Matiangi is expected to appear in public for the first time and perhaps declare his stand on 2027.
It is Kenyans who have looked for Fred Okengo Matiangi. When we had the Gen Z demonstrations, the young people went to the streets, nominated or, interestingly, asked Fred Okengo Matiangi to run for presidency to save Kenya.
Matiangi's allies say the Abagusi region has endorsed him as their leader due to a leadership vacuum and the quest to push the region's agenda. Apul Kamau, TV47.
Now, you've watched and listened to that video clip, ladies and gentlemen. And this is what we want to discuss on our today's political analysis. Before I get on, pleasure to meet you once again. Thank you so much for your continued support that you always offer to this broadcast. Thank you for your subscription. Thank you for the like. Because if it was not all those your contribution to this broadcast, then we couldn't have made it at this moment. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching me for the first time, having interest, proceed with this kind of political discussion, I request you kindly do me a favor, take a 1 second, click that notification bell and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are on a road trip of 10,000 subscribers. I believe by the end of this month, we are going to make it. I want to be very much brief on this. When I try to look at Fred Matiangi, Matiangi is a good candidate, right? But he is not courageous. He is somehow pretending to be a good servant to the people in the Republic of Kenya. But President William Ruto needs a tough person, a person with some of political skills, a person who is very sharp. Someone like Babu Wino can complete William Ruto. I'm telling you for free. Someone like this man actually is Babu Wino, and Dini Nyoro can tackle and battle with William Ruto. So Ruto is not someone you will just go to because of presidency. As I keep on telling you here, that is a cunning president. So he knows what he's doing. So before you start fighting William Ruto, you must be a very smart person. Gachagua claiming he met Fred Matiangi. What was their political conclusion? Well, Kenyans are rallying behind this gentleman. But are they going to regroup and come up with a superior candidate to fight William Ruto? Gachagua and this gentleman, Jeremiah Kioni, and the rest, if they are not keen, then at the end of that political game, Ruto is going to repeat the same position he is as a president. But as I believe that this party, this new political party or coalition, is the only party which can make William Ruto to be one-term president. If the person they are endorsing will be more courageous, then I prefer them to support one candidate who is Kalonzo Musyoka rather than Fred Matiangi. Let them support Kalonzo Musyoka because Kalonzo Musyoka might have William Ruto to his side. After supporting Kalonzo Musyoka, then let them all come up with one deputy presidential candidate. Simple as that. But with them, they have this mentality, following Uhuru Kenyatta, it is Matiangi, period. What about that gentleman? So that is what I'm saying. Not that I'm discouraging them. No, it is a good movement. It is a nice move. But I support them that if it is a matter of Matiangi, because how Matiangi behave politically is not well accepted. It's a quiet man. Mwanasiasa ufai unyamaze sana. Ati unapia public. Kama sisi ndio tunapia every day in social media, YouTube platform, TikTok, Instagram. Hivyo ndio wanasiasa hata kina Ruto, they appear every day. For what purpose? For at least Kenyans to listen to whatever you are saying. Wewe unataka rais na mwenyamaza. Umetoka US umejikinga kwa nyumba na watoto wako. Alafu unasema rais. Kwani rais itatoka mbinguni ndio upewe? Si unaanza vile alianza hapo, aliingia campaign direct. Watu waanze hata mambo yao. Ajipange vile hao pia wanajipanga. Lakini yeye anangoja pangwe. Hiyo ndio shida. Yeye anangoja pangwe na hao wengine. Utapangwa vizuri. Si unaona Raila alingoja pangwe. Ruto alijipanga kitambo. Hiyo ndio shida wanapitia. You are the same people who are going to make William Ruto to be the second term president. If you are not key. Ni kama ufunge mlango, huyo jamaa kuna key. Mko na key watu wangapi? Watatu. Umesema umefunga mlango. Nyumba ni yako. Tena ufunge. Tena mwingine afungue. Anyway, this new coalition should be serious because they are paving new way for William Ruto. I'm telling you for free. At least they are now making William Ruto have some relief ahead of 2027 presidential candidate. Anyway, let's wait and see what is going to happen. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Still continue to support this broadcast and give us your opinion. What are your conclusions? Is Fred Matiang'i going to fight William Ruto easily, as he is behaving? Is he going to fight him easily? Time will tell. Bye bye.